algo está aquí. Bueno, no está ahora. Es que no apareció, no es un fantasma. ¡Localízalo! ¡Ay, idiota!
Overlord, this is Hunter. We're at the rendezvous, but no sign of the package.
Mr. Paez, my team's at the rendezvous, ready to get you out.
Someone tip them off. They're after me. I'm on the move. You'll have to come to me.
Hey everyone, this is Emil from GRTV. Today we're sending from Paris to take a closer look at the latest game in the Ghost Recon series, Future Soldier. As you can see behind me, the day is wrapping up for us here in Paris. We've been playing Ghost Recon for the last couple of hours, and our impressions are very, very good. Now, what we've seen today is we've seen levels from different parts of the world, levels taking place in Africa and Pakistan. And I gotta say that whatever Ubisoft seems to be doing in this game, it really works well. The African levels with the focus on stealth and the way that you move between these clay huts and in the native population that actually responds to how you move about and killing the enemies and stuff. It feels very natural, it feels very realistic, and although that there are flying drones and cloaks of invisibility, it still has this very believable nature to it. It never feels like you're playing in a sci-fi world that is out of tune or in some kind of another dimension that we haven't heard of or seen military-wise. So the initial impression with the realism and this great action game really makes it worth looking after. And also the level we've seen in Pakistan where the pacing is giving a notch up to 11. It's really interesting how Ubisoft tend to work with these different levels of pacing. When you have the vast stealthy parts of the level, and then you have this turnover where everything seems to against you, guys rolling up in jeeps shooting at you like crazy, and afterwards a more stealthier version sneaking up on a general or trying to catch a weapon cell. It all seems very believable, and it all reminds of the initial Modern Warfare games, but with new twists to it, making it really the thinking game that many of the producers and creative directors here today have talked about. So one of the things that we particularly noticed and really loved with this day of our session with Ghost Recon Future Soldier is the gadgets and how believable they actually are. When you go around using cover and moving in cover, you can use different sorts of accessories to combat the enemies. Sort of the drone where you sort of swing it in the air and it flies like a small UFO, attacking the enemies so that you and your teammates can see the enemy positions. And from that perspective, you as a player can actually tag the enemies and say specifically to your teammates, that guy right there, he's dangerous, shoot him. Also, there is what we've seen today is a sensor grenade that you can throw at a group of enemies, and then it will bring you like a field of intelligence and actually mark vital positions such as enemies. And even enemies that are behind cover. If an enemy, for example, is behind a shack or a car, out of your vision, you can throw the grenade, and the grenade, as it explodes, it will mark the enemy's position on your radar, on your sensors. And not only for you to see, but also for your teammates to see. And from that position, you can attack them as well, and your teammates will go into position to shoot them, and on your order, you can execute a group of enemies. So no matter what you do and how you use the gadgets, it always feels very naturalistic when you use it. It feels like it's supposed to happen. It's not a gimmick. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is just something they tagged along their lunch break. This is actually working. And it gives you new perspectives of the level design. It gives you a new way to use the levels and your teammates in order to plan a strategy to make use of what you have at hand. And this actually, it makes good use of the game's more modern feel. You can really see the way that Ubisoft have implemented these gadgets make Ghost Recon Future Soldier actually feels like a future soldier and not the old Ghost Recon ways where you would sit and plan for hours with a 2D map. This is much more tactical, it's much more strategic, but still maintaining the high pace and the gameplay that we come to love and expect from third-person modern shooters as we've seen today. So, to wrap it up, I think it's safe to say that Ghost Recon really puts the tactical shooter back, modernizes it, and making it very believable. And it's very interesting to see whether or not they can go all the way with this, with these game mechanics that they have in store for us. The use of intel, the use of drones, the way co-op will implement this. It will. We already seen it, but it's going to be a lot more interesting to see how it works out when the game is released May 24th. And those were my initial first impressions here from Paris. I'm Emil from GRTV.